Years ago, in the days of Joe and Fred Davis, John Spencer, Ray Reardon, yes, there were tournaments, but there wasn't the money in the game that there is today through tournament winnings. So professionals of that era had to supplement their income. To do that, they were given exhibitions in the clubs. Yes, they'd play a few serious frames of snooker against some of the local opposition, sometimes giving them a substantial start. But then they had to have a little bit of repartee with the audience. So the jokes would come out and they'd always end it with a few trick shots. So just to introduce a little bit of light-heartedness into what we're doing, let's see if we can introduce you to a few of these trick shots. Now the first one here, what I've done is I've balanced a yellow on top of two reds, and I'd be very surprised if the snooker players amongst you haven't seen this one before. But here we go. The idea is to strike the yellow with the cue ball before it hits the reds. So we just get down here, pretend that you're going to give it quite a belt, right, and then just casually stroke the ball gently towards the yellow, and before it gets there, give the table a thump, the two reds part, the yellow falls down, and the cue ball strikes the yellow. Job done. So this second trick shot here, you can see that the yellow ball is snookered by the red, but the idea is to pot the yellow in the centre pocket. So here we go. Play the shot at some speed and just pop the yellow. Just to show you how that's done, we need to slow the motion down. So there's the yellow and the red. Very simple shot. Snookered on the yellow. And in slow motion, just to show you how it's done, follow through there. Cheating slightly, a push shot, yes, a foul shot, yes, but can be entertaining as well. Now this next shot requires a little bit of practice, but also there's a danger of damaging your cue, particularly one with a joint in. So I wouldn't recommend that you use your own cue. Just get a cheap club cue to do this shot, right? And what it involves is using the side of the cue to come off the top cushion and pop the red in the yellow pocket. So here, all I do is squeeze the ball against the cushion, and then from there we pop the red. Now what has happened there is that I'm squeezing the ball against the cushion, right, from there, and as I get to the end it just slides off and I impart the side on the cue ball to make it come off that top cushion and get the red. Just requires a little bit of practice, all right, just to get a feel for how much side you can get on. This next shot, I've set up 5 reds, all in a straight line, in line with the centre pockets. Have a little wager with your friend as to how many of those pots he can pot. Probably get 2, sometimes even 3, but he certainly won't get all 5. So from there, we'll just see how many I can pot, and there I've got 3 out of the 5. There is a way in which you can get all the 5, which I'll show you. Reset the balls up and just show you again. So to pot all 5, all you need to do is make sure the reds are in a straight line and get the point of the triangle touching the last red here. So all I then need to do is play the cue ball against the triangle and all 5 reds go in. No need to hit it too hard, no, not trying to break the triangle. The rebound effect, it'll just make all 5 go in. Now to add another dimension to that simple shot, again we've set up the 5 reds, all in a straight line, the triangle touching the last red with the apex of the triangle. The yellow is on the blue spot and the white in line. Everything's in line. And all we do now is play a screw shot off the yellow, Right, the white is screwed back into this pocket. The yellow hits the triangle and knocks all 5 reds into that pocket, and the yellow rebounds off that triangle into this pocket. Now these 2 reds here are just a guide, just to make the pocket a little bit bigger, should things go slightly wrong. So make sure you chalk your cue, and away we go. All 5 reds, white and yellow in here. Quite a simple shot, and you can have a lot of fun. This next shot, what I've done, I've set up 5 reds, all touching and all hard against the cushion. The yellow equally is against the cushion and touching these 5 reds. In front of this yellow, we've got this red, again, all touching. This one is set obliquely at an angle, and a red here just away from the pocket. The idea is knock the white against these reds, they're forced that way. This one hits that, that's knocked out of the way, this rebounds off the cushion and goes out the way, the yellow follows on and goes in off the red into the centre pocket. Some power needed to get the movement. We just cue straight and its yellow should go in. For this next shot, I'm allowed 3 shots, but I cannot move from this spot. So I have the red on the blue spot, another red on the pink spot, and a 3rd red on the brown spot. So the idea is to put the red in that pocket, the white in this pocket, the red in this pocket, and the red in that pocket. As I said earlier, I'm not allowed to move from here. So the first one is a screw shot. I just pop the red and screw back into the opposite centre. The next shot, I just pivot the cue. Hold it with my fingers, press down here, pivot the cue, and the ball goes in there, and then pivot the cue, and the ball goes in there. Be aware of the flat on your cue. Don't let that interfere with the actual shot, okay? Otherwise, quite embarrassing. So this next shot is one for the children. And what we do is we play chuffer train. I've got all 6 colours, plus the white and the red. The white is the engine. We just let them go, and one by one they go into the centre pocket. And to set it up, you need 2 cues, roughly equal dimensions in terms of the diameter, and then just a little bit of practice to determine which one goes in front of the other. Just try one ball, just see how it comes off, and then you're okay with them all. So this is me when Kyron has won his match in the tournament. We've gone out to celebrate, and I'm allowed a few more drinks than he is. And this is me returning back to the hotel. So it's 2 paces forward and probably 3 coming back. So here's one you can play without the use of your cue. We've got jammed a couple of reds into the pocket here. Yeah, the white touching the reds. And the idea is to move the reds out of the way and to pop the white. All we do is a glancing blow on the white, which applies the topspin, and in she goes. The reds go out the way. Nice, firm, glancing blow. So on this shot, what I've done is I've made a circle out of paper. The red ball is within the centre of the circle, and there's a coin placed balanced on top of the red. And the challenge is to knock the red and the coin out of the circle. One for the children. If they're successful, and you're feeling generous of course, allow them to keep the coin. So here, what I've got to do, hit the red ball, knocking the red and the coin out of the circle. And you can see that whilst it's easy to knock the red ball out of it, the coin invariably drops down into the circle. Now you can get lucky and hit the coin as the white is going through and it takes the coin with it. But there is a guaranteed way to do it. I'm not going to tell you what that is. We're going to have a bit of fun on the channel. I'm going to challenge you to find the way to do it. Good luck with that. So this next shot is to pop the pink in this corner pocket. As you can see, the cue ball is snookered and circled by all these reds. Two ways of doing it. First one by accident. Oh dear, not quite legitimate. For the next one, we drive down onto the cue ball into the cushion, making it bounce over the red. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of light-hearted relief away from the serious stuff that we do on the channel. Some of the shots require a little bit of practice, others are very, very simple. Just give those that need that practice a little bit of attention and you can have a lot of fun and entertain your friends. And good luck with that practice.